Hello beautiful people, it is Reese, and today I'm kind of just sitting down explaining about how I'm currently organizing my life. Even though it is summer, I still have a lot of responsibilities, but those responsibilities are a little bit more random, a little bit more unpredictable, unlike school where you have a set schedule and I basically know I'm going to be doing something every day. In the summer, with my new internship and just things in general, they come up a little bit more sporadically, so I've kind of had to change how I'm planning, how I'm organizing, just a little bit, and I wanted to explain to you what I'm currently doing to keep myself sane. I know you guys love planning videos, organization videos, and although school is over, that doesn't mean we can't stop being organized gals or guys. So yeah, let's get started. So if you don't already know, I typically use the bullet journal planning system. It's just a system that really works for me. I like writing things down on pen and paper, plus I can be creative with it and kind of make it to my own planner. But I've had to kind of take a step back from this just a little bit. It's okay, we'll get back to her, it's okay. But sometimes I don't always have my bullet journal on me, especially now that it's summer. I'm not always carrying around a backpack. Sometimes I just go out for a few hours, and if something comes up where I learn that I need to be somewhere at a certain time or I have an event that I need to plan for, what am I supposed to do if I don't have my bullet journal on me? Started using the Google Calendar app because one, I absolutely love all Google programs. I think Google Drive and everything that embodies that is like the most wonderful program on the internet. I could do a whole video on that itself. But anyway, I already have dedicated Google accounts, dedicated Gmail addresses that I use all the time. So having a Google Calendar can sync to those emails, and then you can, you know, share them with each other and whatnot. And two, the thing is, with the app, I know I'm always gonna have my phone on me. No matter where I'm at, whether I'm in bed or in a different country, I'm gonna have my phone on me. So if an event comes up or I'm told of something that I need to, you know, write down in a calendar, I can put it in my Google Calendar app. It's a pretty basic interface. It's just a calendar. That's really it. This is what it looks like, and there's just a big red plus button on the bottom corner where you just tap it, add an event, and there you go. It's added into your calendar. What I also like about it is that you can look at your schedule as like a flowing list. You can look at the whole week and see what you got going on. You can look at the month and see what you got going on. I got a lot going on this month. And the best part is that you can color code everything, because you know how I love colors. I need to color code everything because I'm a very visual person, and if everything's just like words on a calendar and there's no differentiation between any of them, my mind's just gonna like explode. So by color coding everything, I can have a certain color for work, a certain color for YouTube, a certain color for like friends or social events, and it keeps my mind sane, and it's always gonna be with me no matter what. This has just been a lifesaver because if someone tells me something or asks me if I can make it to an event or whatever and I don't write it down in that instant, it is gone forever, okay? And I don't think they want to be reminding me constantly, so I can just easily whip out my phone, plug it into my calendar, and be good to go. Now don't worry, I still definitely use my bullet journal. I'm just using it a little bit differently. Unlike the school year where every day I'm mostly gonna have a homework assignment and it's just a kind of very regimented week, where I can plan out the whole week in advance and do like spreads and everything. My bullet journal has more become of just a to-do list, a dumping ground for things in my brain. So yeah, I'll whip this baby out when it's a really busy work day or I have a lot of things just to check off, even if they're just little tasks, just to keep my brain organized, because like I said, if I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget to do it. So I'll just grab a pen, just do a brain dump of everything I need to get done that day with little check boxes on the side, and then while I'm working, I'll just make sure to check it off to keep myself accountable. And unlike the Google Calendar app where it's kind of just putting in a single event and a time frame, this is everything that happens during that time frame. This is also just to keep me creative throughout the week, because even though it is essentially a planner and to organize my life, I also do creative things in here. I doodle, I draw, I paint sometimes. It's just good thing to have. We're going back to the phone because once again, I don't always have my bullet journal on me, and if I have a sudden spark of inspiration for an idea, or I need to write down like my grocery list or whatever, or a sudden list of tasks start piling in my brain, I'll whip out my phone, use the notes app, and use it just like a normal notepad. Honestly, the amount of notes I have in my phone is ridiculous, and then if I feel like it, I'll transfer it to my bullet journal, but if it's something I just need real quick and I'm like in a rush or something, the notes app is a lifesaver. So like I got grocery lists on here, I got video ideas, I have just things I've read and wanted to write down. I keep a Christmas wish list in my phone because throughout the year you might see something that you want and then you're never going to remember it unless you write it down. So I just keep a constant Christmas wish list because why not? So if you're not a fan of pen and paper, go digital, use your notes app, it's the same thing. And finally, we have my actual journal. So this is like a journal where my thoughts and feelings go into. This is not for planning, this is not for organizing, this is just to keep me sane, honestly, because when you're really busy, you might have a lot of thoughts that run through your head throughout the day, and just to write them all down at the end of the day, or write down an idea, or something that's just been occupying my mind helps really, you know, center yourself, clear your mind, and get your mind organized, you know? Maybe not your life, maybe not like a planner type organization, but just a self-organization. So yeah, I'll bring this with me places that I know I'm going to be at all day in case, you know, I find the time to write in my journal. I also keep it at my bed at night because that's when I happen to, you know, have all of my great revelations is right before I'm going to go to bed. But if you don't already have a journal, it doesn't have to mean anything significant. You can write literally anything down. If it's occupying your mind, just write it down and see if you can figure out anything with that information. If not, it's alright. You just had a good writing session. So that's kind of it for the physical aspect of planning my life. I got my calendar, my bullet journal, I got my actual journal, but there's a few other things I do on a daily basis that keep me organized and kind of keep me together. The first thing I do is plan everything out the night before. My outfit, what makeup I'm gonna wear, how I'm gonna do my hair, plan out what breakfast I'm gonna eat. I pack my lunch the night before. I do everything the night before because let's be honest, I'm not a morning person. No matter how hard I try to be, I will never be a morning person. If I feel rushed or stressed or any sort of negative feeling comes throughout the morning, that will carry with me throughout the rest of the day. So I try to make my mornings as easy and efficient as possible, and to do that, I make sure I plan everything the night before. The second thing I do is I like to tidy up my space. Now, once again, I need to be organized, I need to be clutter-free, and somehow I walk through my room and just a mess follows me. So every night, or sometimes even in the morning, I'll just tidy up real quick so that it kind of clears my physical area, and then it makes me feel like I have a clearer headspace. You don't have to deep clean your room every day. If you tidy very quickly, like 5 minutes every day, you really shouldn't have to find a reason to deep clean because you know you're keeping it pretty constant. So yeah, just like clearing off my desk or making my bed or something makes me instantly feel better and ready to be productive. And number 3, it's gonna sound a little bit weird, but I like to schedule in my free time. Like, you think of free time as just not having plans, but by scheduling in my free time, it kind of forces me to take a break and to not work so hard, or even like reach out to my friends and be like, hey, I know I'm available this day or this time or whatever, so that you can find that time to have fun or even just relax or do whatever you need to do, because if I don't, I'll either waste all my time sitting in my bed or I'll work throughout the entire day and never have any free time at all. Okay, that is it for how I'm currently organizing my life, how I'm trying to stay on top of things. You know, sometimes things don't go perfect. It's okay. I'm trying my best. That's what we're all doing here. But if you guys did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And before you leave, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll make me very, very happy. And otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.